All right, so this morning we're speaking with Mitch Hunter and Minister Diane Robertson from Seattle Unity on Mitch's awesome experience of coming back to the church after being shunned from a church that he grew up in. So thank you for joining us.
Welcome. Happy to be here.
So many questions for you. So talk about your experience. Do you feel like from the experience that you had back in, was it Texas?
It was.
To here, do you feel like the churches is evolving? Are they being more accepting?
Yeah, absolutely. Through the years, I think it's important to understand that a lot of us, in terms of LGBTQ experience, have had some sort of trauma in our lives. And a lot of times it is around some sort of faith community. And so coming back to a sense of who we are and connected to the world and that energy that we all share together, sometimes for us is a longer journey, and it's not always easy to find.
So you had a different experience back in Texas because you were a different person then.
I totally was. I was a lesbian at the time, and part of the issue that the church I went to had was I was cavorting around with known lesbians and gay men, so that was an issue for them. Okay,
and so then you found your way to Seattle. You found a choir that has pretty much changed your life.
I do sing now with the Seattle Men's Chorus, and previously with the Seattle Lesbian and Gay Chorus, and finding a gentleman there who had transitioned from female to male made that opportunity a new understanding for me, and that was really what rang true for me in my life.
So now talk about the church that you're involved with now.
Well, I think for me it was about another 15 years after leaving Texas before I found a connection to Seattle Unity. And I think for me, strangely enough, it came through that chorus experience. We actually rehearsed in the old chapel there. The acoustics were incredible, and so we got an invitation to sing one morning at the church service, and I realized through the songs that I was like home, you know, it just felt right. And so the continuation of then the opportunity to be all of who I am at Unity made a difference, because I think it's that self-acceptance that's hard, but sometimes you need a little help, and it's when other people can love and support you for all of who you are, then you can kind of come into that and walk into that yourself.
And I'm sure there's probably other people, you know, members of the LGBTQIA plus community who have had a similar experience that you did in Texas, even here in Seattle or in, you know, within the state. So what would you tell them to kind of bring them back to a life that maybe they once sought out within the church?
One thing that I think is so important is that, and especially now, is that we're all connected. We're all connected through energy. We're all connected the same. And so seek out like-minded people. Seek out a place where when you walk in the door, it feels welcoming to you. Connect with other people. Ask what's the right thing. And you can look for signaling, you know, things like the pride flag or something. And so the churches do have a way of saying, you know, come on in, be a part of us. And I think it's important for some communities to know that sometimes even your deeply held beliefs, whether that's God or not, is welcome wherever you are.
And this is one thing that I love to ask the people that I interview. If you now, having the experience that you've had, can have that conversation with your younger self who had that experience in Texas, what would you tell that person?
Look ahead and always be open. Accept yourself for all of who you are, and look for that integration between physical, mental, spiritual self, and that will be, you know, the becoming of who you are.
All right. Well, it looks like it has definitely changed your life, and I'm sure he thanks you for that as well. But thank you guys so much for joining us. I'm sure you kind of, you know, you may have helped somebody out there who wants to see their way back in church, and they didn't feel welcome, and now they do. So thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.